Jim, a very impressive way to end your League Cup campaign. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, first and foremost, delighted to get a victory, especially after the result on Tuesday night. The players came in on Thursday. We had done a wee bit of match analysis and where we felt we could have improved defensively. It was a really tough 90 minutes for us, but the group of players in that dressing room just now are giving us everything. Really pleased that they've got a clean sheet today. Really pleased, delighted for Scotty Shepherd to get his first goal coming back to the club. His work rate up there was fantastic. Exactly why I brought him to the football club. Just to make sure that defenders get a really, really hard time, and it was great to see the two strikers link up for the goal. After that, I felt first half, I was really pleased with the first half. We certainly had the windy conditions in our favour. Obviously Arbroath had that in the second half. A couple of changes for both teams. But to see out the game in the manner that we did, because we were under the cosh a wee bit at the end. Arbroath have got good quality players. They're in the championship, rightly so. They put us under pressure with their height at corners and set plays. Losing Matty just towards the end and finishing the game with 10 men was obviously shows a lot of the character for me, for my players, to get through the game. And
how is Matty? It looked like a nasty wee knock he took there.
No, it's more than nasty. It looks probably about 4 or 5 inch gash. That's certainly at the minute the doctor's stitching him up. But Matty's hopefully going to recover fairly quickly, because we need as strong as a squad starting this league campaign at home to Stranraer next week. The supporters themselves have certainly been suffering a wee bit with the home form. Last season in particular, I was here for a lot of the games, and the aim is to change that and get off to a really good start against, a really, really stuffy, side in Stranraer that I watched a couple of weeks ago.
You had to dig in a bit towards the end there. Is it pleasing to see both sides of the performance come together, both going forward and the grit to hold on to that clean sheet?
Absolutely. Arbroath were going after us at the end of the game, and they've made some changes, and they really strengthened their team. They were putting under a lot of pressure with getting balls into the wider areas and forcing corners, and we maybe rode a lot with one or two. There was a decent save for Mark and one. But that's character. If you get that first goal, you've got to strengthen the character to see out the game. I've said that to the players. Clean sheets are going to be massively important to us this year. Excuse me.
And it is getting to Stranraer next week. Is there more work to be done on the squad, or are you happy with what you've got so far?
No, I do feel that since we lost Brad, I do feel that at the minute we'd probably be running with 2 out-and-out strikers. I do feel that we probably need to. I'd like to have a sort of 20-man squad going into the start of the season. To give us, what I would feel is a strong squad with the right balance. Sort of mid-August we start this KDM Cup, so there's 6 games in that every fortnight. So that would test the players. Tuesday, Saturday, for a long spell right up until Christmas. So it's important that we add to the squad in the right areas, and areas where we feel that we certainly need to be more balanced.
What's the message you've given to the squad ahead of that game on Saturday and the league campaign getting underway?
The message is simply how we went about our business against St Johnstone and St Mirren, and today with the hope we're getting the supporters. The supporters love seeing players give hard work. We'll come off that pitch some days like we did against St Mirren and didn't get the result that probably our efforts deserved. But supporters are applauding players coming off the pitch. If they see a player giving it everything, or a team giving it everything right to the final whistle, that's like an extra man for us. Getting your home support behind you, building momentum, building self-belief, it's massive, and we're going to really focus on working hard together to make sure we get the right results.
Congratulations, Jim.
Thanks a lot.
Sheps back at Forfar and back on the score sheet. How did that feel today?
Good. It was good to get a goal, especially for the league campaign starting. It was good to get back on the score sheet.
And how does it feel being back at the club after a few years away?
Good. It's a really good club to be at. It's one of the decisions why I came back here. I really like it here, and I think the Gaffer's recruited well, and I think we've all to look forward to in the season coming up.
League Cup campaign as a whole, then it's good to get a derby win, but how do you reflect on the entire group stages?
I thought we'd done well. Obviously, Tuesday night was a difficult one, but they're a good opposition, and we need to kind of just realise that. And today, I thought every single boy to a man was brilliant. We battled well, we won the ball back, second balls, and also we came away with the victory.
For you personally, what does a successful season look like for you?
Winning the league and helping the boys as much as I can to do that. If that's scoring goals, assisting goals, anything I can to do that to try and get us up there to challenge at the end of the season.
And it was promotion for you last season. Would that be something you'd like to try and replicate, obviously?
Yeah, definitely. It was a good feeling, first time I've done it in my career, and I would love to do it again.
Perfect, thank you.